episode 239. Thank you all for listening to episode 238. Gene Mean, Fit for a King. I am Montes T. Baggins, here with my co-host.
The one and only Parrot.
I've seen plenty of other parrots. That can't be a true statement.
He's the only cheesy potato parrot.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair then. Even though Thanksgiving's over.
Leftover parrot.
Will be Santa's little helper bear.
Santa's little bear. And Cody's late as usual, so he's probably dealing with the whole fleet of kids that he has. What does he have, like 13, 14?
I think it's up to that now, yeah. Just popped out another one, right? 14?
Yeah, I think so. Still one Achilles, 1.5, but 14 kids.
14 kids, half of an Achilles.
Right. So thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on the Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thanks to All Wear Clothing. Get in touch with Brandon at All Wear Clothing, allwearclothing.com. He's very busy right now. Holiday season's upon us. Just did all the coats for my company, and then also has the clothing order he's finishing up for our company. Did a great job on the coats. Coats are awesome, and if you want, those are only $95. It's a double layer coat, so it has, you can unzip the liner. You can get the logo on that because it's like a jacket for in the spring or the fall, and then you got the winter coat. Put a logo on there. Hell, get an OTL logo. We have to approve that though, and then get whatever you want. So look at that. I just saw I was trying to get admitted, Cody Ponderosa, and but. Get in touch with Brandon, All Wear Clothing, allwearclothing.com. Again, he can help you with anything. If you need towels, you need jerseys, you need hats, you need koozies, stickers, pennants, anything like that, Brandon will help you out. Also, we got to thank Sean at Crandall's Quality Landscape and give him a call, 419-704-5471. He serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not.
Schittsburg, Pennsylvania.
Schittsburg, Pennsylvania. It is now we're nearing winter. I think they just did some plowing recently, and thank you to Crandall's for always taking care of everything. He is highly rated on the Google, on the Facebook, on everything. He is very highly rated, so get in touch with him. He will help you out. I don't know if he's still doing tree planting, but I saw they're doing some like demos, some demolitions, and some other things, so that's pretty awesome. They're getting involved with that. And so again, 419-704-5471. And last but not least, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Yeah, if you want to be as high rated as Crandall's Quality Landscaping, maybe have your own landscaping in order, if you know what I mean. And then reach out to Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com. He'll make sure that that landscaping you just did goes to good use by getting in that consultation. He's going to make sure that everyone sees the trimmed hedges and bushes that you just did. So make sure you reach out to Connell Barrett at datingtransformation.com.
And now joining us finally, Cody Ponderosa. I laughed when I had to admit you in because I saw the name.
Yeah, man. I had to try to get some type of laugh, man. Got some not so good news for I had to get on here. So.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
can you share in the show, or should we wait till after?
I mean, well, it don't matter. I mean, Mama Ponderosa, she had to get tested for the Rona. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So with her and then cousin and an aunt right now are in the hospital. So just trying to figure out what the next what they're gonna do next. So both infected with COVID. So just. Damn. Yeah, man, just taking it a day at a time, I guess. So,
yep, gotta do that.
Thoughts go out with them, and if praying's your thing, those go out too.
Yeah, wear your masks.
Yeah, wear the mask. It's not hard.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, biggest thing that we always talk about: wash your fucking hands. It's not hard.
And wash your mask too. Don't wear the same mask because that's about as gross as not washing your hands.
Yeah. I know, trust me, since I smoke, I'll pull it off and put it back on. I'm like, shit, I got to have extra mask all the time because then I'm like inhaling smoke in my mask. It's terrible. So nothing worse than that. Actually, there is, I basically did hotbox myself when I burped in my mask on accident. I'm like, shit. Almost threw up.
It's like when you have those coffee burps in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Got that coffee breath. It's like, ooh, like that's rough.
That's horrible. So few things we'll get into. I mean, we're going to do our normal sports, not too many things, NBA, NCAA, NFL. So the NBA, I do know that the Celtics officially traded Gordon Hayward and second round picks in 2023 and 2024 in exchange for a conditional 2022 draft pick, second round, but they won't get it unless the Hornets are finished 1st to 5th, which they won't. So it's basically, it was only done to create a $28.5 million trade exception for the Celtics, which is the largest in NBA history. So they knew they lost Hayward and they gave up 2 draft picks, whatever, but they get that $28.5 million trade exception, which Cody or Bear, I don't know enough about trade exceptions. Can you guys explain how that works?
Sorry, I just saw your snap and the neighbor's Dick Chimney.
That's the name of the episode, Dick Chimney.
I was just looking through those and I was like, oh, like that's a Dick Chimney.
But can either one of you guys explain like a trade exception, how that works, what that means, like $28.5 million?
Oh God. Hold on a second, because I'm going to look it up because I know a little bit of it, but not enough of the actual rule. Ordinarily, a team cannot engage in a trade which would leave it $100,000 above the salary cap, regardless of whether the trade reduces or increases its overall payroll, and requires exceptions in order to do so. A traded player exception is one of such. So it sounds like, it has to deal with salary cap, all that good stuff. So a team may not use this exception to acquire a player through the trade. The exception can only be used if a team's salary is above the salary cap. So that's probably why they're doing it.
So they said they got one for Enes Kanter too, and Vincent Poirier to the Thunder. So $5 million and $2.5 million respectively, and they can't be packaged together. And a player can't be added to an exception to match salaries in a trade. For example, Celtics can't package Hayward and Enes Kanter's trade exceptions or Hayward's exception plus a player to acquire Damian Lillard and his $31.6 million salary. So they'd have to be under that salary. Pretty interesting. So they're now, but the Celtics are now hard capped with Tristan Thompson signing, and they're projected $19.5 million below the apron. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
They won't be able to use the entire thing. So they sit rough, like we said, $19.5 million below. So they can sign some people. They could move $9 million in salary to accommodate that in order to use the full exception. But we'll see. A lot of different things can happen. They got different things on here on what they could do. Some of those 31 players include Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, Bradley Beal. Pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. They could go after DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge. Both make more than 19.5, so the Celtics would have to do some cap finagling to make it work, which, as we know, that's always possible in any sport. You can finagle the cap.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go for Beal. I think he's out for at least the first month or two of the season.
Yeah, I think so too. They got other things on here. Rudy Gobert, Victor Oladipo. Yeah. I don't know. It'd be interesting for either one of them to come. Hell, go back and get Horford. He was good with Boston.
No, that should be chicken.
It's steak. It's chicken. God damn, Cody, I can hear your damn whole conversation. It's chicken. It's steak. It's COVID. Yeah. Anything there. So,
or some chicken or steak. That sounds good.
Right. All right. So LeBron deal. So I hear he extended his deal through 2023. It sounds like.
Oh, is that like another 4-year, $85 million or some shit like that?
It was a 2-year extension.
2-year
million.
How many million?
85. 2 years.
Oh, okay.
$5 million extension. With there's no player option on it though.
So he's stuck there for at least 3 years.
Yep.
So that'll give him 5 years. That'll give him 5 years in LA.
The team they're putting together, I would want to be stuck there.
Yeah, hell yeah. They can win multiple championships. Because he's 4-6 right now in finals.
Yeah.
I think. So he'll probably walk out 6-6 at the end of his career, 7-6, some shit like that. Which is insane.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if he'll quite get 3 more, but 5 and 6, 6 and 6, something like that.
Yep. Fun stat I saw. I'm sure you guys saw this too. 27 years ago yesterday, Rodman had a game where he played 45 minutes with the Spurs, had 0 points, was 0 for 5 on field goals, but had 28 rebounds.
How many assists?
Probably -4.
28 boards, no points. That's Rodman for you. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me. Like, how is that possible? Oh, it is what it is. All right, so NCAA this past week, the one thing that cracked me up, yes, Notre Dame is guaranteed to make the championship game, ACC championship, and all the memes that came out, which we knew. Brian Kelly made a conference championship with Notre Dame before Harbaugh did with Michigan. That is fantastic.
Did you read Dub's post on that?
No, what did he say?
Well, he just posted the picture of that.
Yeah, I saw the post of that.
But did you see? I think it might have been his uncle maybe who posted on it. He's like, "You're better. You're better than this." That's something that an Ohio State fan would post. I was like, Michigan fans get so butthurt about the small. Like, who gets butthurt about a meme on Facebook? Oh,
his uncle,
a Michigan fan. That's who.
Or a Michigan fan. His uncle, the Michigan fan. Anything like that. As we know, Ohio State did not play because of the COVID. They have to play these last 2 games in order to get into the Big Ten championship game. Otherwise, we could end up with Northwestern and Indiana, which, everybody's favorite.
Yep, Michigan already canceled this week. So, as I've said, since Maryland canceled the Ohio State game, Michigan going to lame duck their way out. I would not be shocked one bit. One bit.
Yeah, because they have they have presumptive COVID too, don't they? They don't have necessarily COVID.
Yeah, who the fuck knows?
Now, did Maryland cancel that or Michigan?
Michigan did.
Interesting.
They came down. Yeah, they said they had started going through their camp. I think it was Monday. I saw the first thing on that. So. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be shocked at all. But, I mean, Ohio State didn't play. They stayed at 4th. So, I mean.
Yeah, they don't have to play. They really don't.
The committee still shows them there. I mean, if they come out and beat Michigan State 63-0 this weekend, who cares? I mean, Michigan can cancel then. That's fine. They'll go right to the playoff. Because they said.
Playoff with 5 games played this year.
Well, it'll be 6 because no matter what, everyone in the Big Ten is playing Big Ten championship week. It's just a matter of who they're playing.
Oh, did they say that?
Yeah. So They said Ohio State could play Wisconsin, not for the Big Ten title, but they could play them that 6th week or get that 6th win. And obviously they'd still go to the playoff.
No, give us Michigan. If they cancel this next week, just beat the shit out of them.
I hope they do. Well, what are you going to, I mean, honestly, are you going to put in Texas A&M over Ohio State? No. You're going to put in Florida, who lost to Texas A&M, over Texas A&M and Ohio State? No.
Florida's probably going to make the SEC title game, though, and they'll get beat.
I mean, that's, like I said, it's one of those things that they'll end up going in there, and, I mean, they'll probably get spanked, too, because that defense isn't that good. I was hoping they'd play. They need to get that defense more reps, and that's going to be their problem.
Yeah, but like we said, between Clemson and Notre Dame, one of them's dropping out.
Well,
unless it's close and Clemson wins.
Yeah, if Notre Dame by a field goal, how do you keep them out?
Yeah, you got to keep them there. And that'd be funny because if they're both still 2 and 3, they would just play each other again.
Exactly. But they would. And I think if they lost, then it would go if Clemson beat Notre Dame close, then I think it would be pending Alabama wins, obviously, it would be Bama, Clemson, Ohio State, Notre Dame. I mean, like I said, again, that's pending what happens too. I mean, if Ohio State blows them out, they'll probably go to 2. If they get the Big Ten title game, then yeah, they'll stay at 2. But what'll get real crazy is if Ohio State doesn't make the Big Ten title game and Florida, well, I don't know. You'd have to look who's in the SEC on what side, but
Florida would play Alabama.
Yeah, but Florida and Texas A&M aren't on the same side, are they? They must not be. Because A&M beat Florida, so
A&M and Alabama are on the same side.
yeah. So and A&M's only losses to Alabama.
Yeah, and
so then what happens if Florida wins? Then what do you do?
And Texas A&M only has Tennessee and Auburn left.
And that's kind of where it gets a little crazy because that could really throw a wrench in everything. So if Alabama, let's just say for fun, loses in the SEC title game to Florida, what are you going to do?
Yeah, Florida's in.
Florida's in, but how is Florida going to jump Texas A&M when that's their only loss? Even though they have the SEC, I mean, isn't that interesting?
That would be interesting, but I could see that happening. I mean, Ohio State jumped people to get to their, playoff. I mean, their only lot. Tech wasn't there, but
they didn't play the teams though. That's the difference. There was no in there. It's not like they played Baylor or TCU to have a head-to-head.
But I mean, I could see Florida jumping them because A&M was at home. They won on a last-second field goal. I could see that happen. It just depends if they handed it to them. That's the other big thing.
But does that knock Bama out?
Probably not. It would knock like Ohio State out, so you'd have 2 SECs and 2 ACCs, which would be the dumbest thing in the world.
No way they would do that.
Well, we didn't think they'd do that, and then we had a national championship with 2 SEC teams, which was dumb.
Well, yeah, but that was a little bit different. I mean,
it was just the top 2 teams at the time, yeah.
Wasn't Georgia undefeated and Alabama only had 1 loss, and I think it was to Georgia, wasn't it? And it was close or some shit like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was just a weird, unique situation.
And then Georgia choked to 2.
Yeah, well, I'm saying when Alabama played LSU in the title game, the national championship.
When was that? Like BCS days?
God, 7 years. Yeah, this had to be a while ago.
But that's different. That's not the same situation we're in now. That's the BCS, and they just put random shit into a computer and it spit out throw up.
This is true. All right. And do we have anything else on the NCAA heading into this week?
I mean, besides Harbaugh needs to be fired, no.
No, we can leave Harbaugh there. It's Ohio State's best weapon.
I mean, maybe the Lions will hire him.
Yeah. They could use him.
Yeah, let's see. I was just checking to see if there's any good games.
Probably not.
That's what I didn't see much. Not really any ranked teams playing each other. Indiana and Wisconsin. I lied. 3:30. That should be a good one. It'll be a good game.
What happened with Indiana's quarterback, though?
I think he was all right. I think he ended up, they just kept him out because they were winning. So I think they said he'll be ready to play.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what happened with that.
Yeah. Alabama at LSU.
Well, they'll hand it to them.
Northwestern and Minnesota was canceled. Kent State, Miami of Ohio was canceled, and Maryland and Michigan have been canceled. Only 3 games canceled so far. Probably that's actually pretty good.
This is from 9 hours ago. It says Indiana is moving forward with a new quarterback with the same mindset.
Really?
Heading into Saturday's Big Ten Conference showdown against Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Phoenix has a torn ACL.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
He's done for
Jack
the year.
Tuttle, transfer from Utah, will be Indiana's quarterback.
Yeah.
Great. So when they lose to Wisconsin, everyone's going to be like, oh, man, yeah, they move Ohio State down. Oh, well.
Wisconsin's only played 3 games. Holy shit. 2-1.
Hashtag COVID.
Hashtag COVID. That's
Andy just actually said that 48 NBA players are positive so far.
For the COVID?
Yeah. That's what happens when you don't bubble.
Do you think they go back into a bubble again this year? The NBA?
I mean, if they did it for the playoffs, they could, but they can't do it for a regular season. There are too many teams. So I don't think they will.
Yeah, I've seen those NBA test results. That was from last week? Was it 48 players? Yeah, it's 48 players positive out of 546 between November 24th and 30th.
Those numbers are, let's see, you see that at 564? So that's 8%. 8%
48
of players.
or 48 out of 546.
Yeah. Yeah. 48 from, yeah. 8%. So 8% of players have COVID. It's not good. But that's how it happens. I mean, that's the thing, though, is look at it. You can see right there. They bubble. They have nobody test positive in what? Was it 2 months? There in that bubble?
It's close to 3, wasn't it?
Something like that. I can't remember exactly the time frame, but it was something like that. Let's just say 1 month. Now they're all out. They're all going out doing shit, and then look at them. Boom.
Gotta get the money.
Already. It's scary.
Kind of dirty, too, all at the same time.
Ugh.
They don't want to lose any of that money.
You know what they're doing to get that COVID, too. Right when they got out of that bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Dirty.
Here's some more COVID. Didn't they say COVID's in the sea, man?
I don't know. I haven't seen that one yet. I'm not putting vaccine on my penis.
Well, there we go. So, let's get into the NFL. All this crazy shit that happened in this past week. You know, we just had a game today. It was for last week, the Steelers and the Ravens. The Ravens had like 18 players on the COVID list as of Saturday. The Lions, as we know, cleaned house. Patricia's finally gone. GM's gone. 49ers, do they have a place to play yet?
I think they said they're playing in Tempe. I want to say at Arizona State, maybe Arizona Field.
Wow. And then the Broncos had no quarterbacks. That was just the wackest, craziest shit ever. Kendall Hunter, practice squad receiver, is going to come play quarterback. And I mean, I know people were ragging on him 1 for 9, 2 interceptions, 1 completion. I'm like, look, man, this guy's had no reps, none.
Yeah,
like,
you cannot rag on him. He got thrown into that shit. They said literally a month ago he was. What did they say he was doing? He was working in a convenience store, supermarket, something like that. He was like some supermarket manager or some shit. I can't remember what it was. Just normal job. Then got on the Broncos practice squad, and then he's starting quarterback.
Yeah.
And all
got to check for $35,000. You know. Do you see what the Broncos tried to do? They tried to get their quarterbacks coach to be the quarterback for the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
They tried that twice.
Yeah, I mean,
hey man, you got to do what you got to do.
And I think all their quarterbacks got fined from what I saw. All Denver's.
Yep.
But it's just dumb shit. All in the fucking all 4 quarterbacks in the same film room, in a small room watching film, none of them wearing masks. How dumb can you be?
But why put them all in the same room in the first damn place? Like that's
Denver's fault. I mean, one, as a grown ass man, how do you not just say, hey, like, you think it's a good idea? Like maybe 2 and 2, maybe take Drew Lock, your starter, and like the 4th string quarterback and put them in the same room, and then take like your 2nd and 3rd string and put them in another room.
But why do you all need to be in person to watch film?
That's what I don't get. That's my point. I just don't understand.
Right.
I mean, I get it. They probably want to chat and get stuff off, you know, but you can do Zoom. Like you said, you can find any room that is larger than whatever the fuck they were in. Like,
right.
I mean, were you sitting at the dinner table or what?
Right.
It's just dumb. I can't remember who they were saying. They were bringing up some team. Maybe it was Buffalo. Buffalo, I want to say, but they said them and maybe a few other teams have had a quarterback just literally away from the team the entire time. They only do stuff on Zoom. They take their own reps elsewhere and only do stuff on Zoom because for that exact reason right there. If they need an emergency quarterback, they'll have someone who's all right. I think it was Buffalo, I want to say that's what they're doing with Jake Fromm, or I think he's there. I can't remember. But, I mean, as an organization, there's just people not taking it serious.
Nope.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, fucking fine Elway. I mean, the coach is down, everybody. Like, it's just irresponsible. But then that's what they get. They paid the price for it.
No, they did. But hey, at least they could do something. Taysom Hill, still didn't throw a touchdown, but still got more points.
Yeah. I think he threw for like 78 yards. Big game.
Yeah, he did. Big game. So let's talk about we got a few things here. I just got word from Jeremy, by the way, that he will make his return next week for trivia.
Oh, Jesus. I already updated the Excel sheet. Damn it.
Thank you for the update.
It again.
That's all good. So, fun thing I saw on there this week was a lot of discussion and people comparing, I still think it's early, but comparing Megatron to DK Metcalf. A lot of people are basically just saying, like, don't have this conversation with me until you see this, which is two guys always lined up on Megatron in front of him. Statistically speaking, though, the stats are pretty closely matched. I know DK's got a while to go, but I mean, they're built almost the goddamn same. Calvin, first 27 games of his career, had 95 catches, 1,662 yards, 11 TDs. DK has 116 receptions, 1939 on yards, 16 TDs.
They weren't. Oh, let's get this straight. They weren't doubling Calvin Johnson when his first 27 games.
No, absolutely not.
Everyone that posts that picture when Calvin's doubled, and then they post the picture of DK on single, that's bullshit. I'm just telling you that right now because Calvin was not doubled. DK's got better stats. Say what you want. DK is an absolute freak of nature. If you watched any of that game Monday night, they came out head hunting DK, and they were popping him. I mean, Philadelphia was throwing everything at him, and he just took it, got right back up every single time.
He's no joke, man.
Who was that? Darius Slay tried to fight him. I mean, I just don't get that. Dude, you're 5'11". You're going to fight a dude that's built like a shit brick house. It's just a bad idea. Especially wearing a helmet. Bad idea.
Right. A few other things that I laughed at this weekend. Best sign I've seen in a while. At the at Lambeau Field for the Packers-Bears game, the person said, their sign, deep dish pizza is overrated. Go Pack, go. Like, I completely agree with deep dish pizza is overrated.
Not wrong. Deep dish pizza sucks. Thin crust all the way.
Exactly. And then my one of my favorite things here about Ultimate 2020 note, the Ravens-Steelers game that, kicked off at 3:40 today is because NBC wanted and was committed to broadcasting the 88th Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting ceremony on Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm. You got preempted. You got everyone rip on the WWF for getting preempted for the dog show, but man, you just got preempted for a tree lighting for a broke ass Rockefeller tree. No one can even be there.
Oh God, that looks like shit, doesn't it?
That tree looked like ass.
Oh God,
man. It don't look any better in person. Trust me.
No, it doesn't.
I've seen it.
It's a tree. It's a fucking tree. I can go find a tree anywhere and look at it. Put some ornaments and some lights on it. Some tinsel. Fuck,
Toledo,
man.
Oh, fuck tinsel. The Toledo Zoo tree, though. I mean, just light that thing up. Just go to the zoo. Look at that. Look, there
they
you
got
go.
better lights. They got better lights than stupid Rockefeller Center.
Yeah, hell, my neighbor's got better lights than that.
They got chimney dicks.
Dick chimney. Yeah, there you go. I got a dick chimney across the street. If you want to see that, just come check that out. The oh God, so a bunch of crazy shit happened. I just told I told the old lady that they're lighting the tree tonight. She said thought it got canceled. I'm like, not White House. That did get canceled. The Rockefeller tree, in case her and the kid want to watch it. Just flip the switch. Watch Home Alone. The tree's lit there.
Say,
White
what's
House
so
tree
great
lighting.
about a tree lighting?
Yeah,
What is so great about a tree lighting ceremony? Like you plug it in. That's all you do. Like what's so? Why do I need to stand out in the cold to watch you plug in a tree?
You know what I do? I have a 4-foot tree, and it's I literally decorated it one time, and I'll never decorate it again, ever. I pick it up, I put it in my closet when I'm done, I take it out, and I put it where it needs to go for the month of
Damn
December.
right.
Simple as
Hell
that.
yeah.
And I plug it in, and I unplug it. Plug it in, unplug it.
Now let me make a comment here. I don't understand for the life of me why people buy real trees. I don't get it.
That's just too
I
much
don't
mess.
either. That's
No,
too much
I
of a.
keep it.
Yeah.
No, I
Water,
No, yeah.
needles and shit.
Like I literally like ours is a 6 foot, so the top comes off the top 1.5 2 feet, and then I literally carry that bitch, turn over the other side, it folds itself in, and walk that bitch up in the attic. And
Yeah.
all we do, I mean, we put
Yeah.
lights on it and the ornaments. You know, we have a gazillion ornaments that Grayson likes putting on, and that's it. It goes up the day after Thanksgiving. It comes down New Year's.
Yeah.
We did it
That's
one
it.
time. I was as a kid. We had one real tree, and the only good thing I can say it comes out of it makes your house smell good. That's about it. After that, it's overrated.
Yeah. And
It's,
then
it's
shit,
it's worse
and
than
it
a house
hurts.
plant. Yeah, it's worse than a house
Sap
plant,
everywhere.
man. Yeah, you gotta water it all the damn time. Then needles fall off. You step on a needle. It's not worth it.
Outside.
Right.
Then you get more needles everywhere. Nah, fake trees, way to go.
Exactly.
Especially when you got Troy Aikman on the front of it. That's how I know which way my tree faces. I got a Troy Aikman ornament from like '94. Sits on the bottom. I know where. If he's throwing the ball to me, I know it's sitting in the right spot.
I love it. The and just nothing related to football, but one of the funniest things I saw on Twitter this week about OnlyFans. So buying girls OnlyFans versus watching Pornhub is the equivalent to supporting small business versus big corporations. Look at your friend's butthole instead of a stranger's this holiday season.
You can get on my OnlyFans if you want.
Like whatever you do, don't put your butthole in the pool drain.
Mac right at the end.
Yeah, he does it. Oh God! All right, let's get into our NFL picks this year. Where are we at, Bear? Have we made any? Did we make any progress this week?
No, we've made zero progress. We're actually losing ground. We're in fifth. Justin on the Twitter actually is now tied the lead again with Al Bundy scored 4 touchdowns, aka Jeremy. Justin had 12 this week. Jeremy had 11. The champ Via Lease is climbing their way back up with 117. They had 12 this week. Let's Go Hogging had 12 this week. They're now ahead of us at 116. We had 11 at 1, and we're at 115. Next closest person behind us is the effing Parrot with 11, but somehow got 12 in our thing. He has
So-
1.
The game I missed the Thursday night game. I didn't get it in time.
That makes sense. God, so what's the leader at right now?
120. We're 5 behind.
Well, Bear, if you would have put yourself in there, you would be in the lead, and we still wouldn't have to give anything away. Just give something to you.
Well, that's the problem is since I have the account that runs what we have, I can't.
Oh yeah, we are the P. Oh God, that sucks.
Yeah, so unfortunately, there's nothing I can do there.
No, there's not. So last week, yourself had 11, Dub had 10, I had 11, Parrot had 12, and Cody Bryant had 11. So updated standings for this week: Bear at 121, Dub and myself at 112, Parrot at 110, Cody 108, Bear is running away with this. And Cody, you missed it earlier. Bear and I were part of the 8 out of 10 teams that paid an extra $50 to just kind of a side bet in our fantasy football for high score this year, highest points total this year. It's coming down to this final week. Bear and I are 1 point apart going into the final week.
Got a 1 point lead. I
It's
hope I outscore you by a half point.
Oh, just because
you hope I outscore you by a half a point, so that this week, so you beat me by a half.
That too. If we tie, we split.
Well, yeah, you'll get 200. Me and Johnny will get 100. So, actually, I'll tell Johnny he can have 50. I'm keeping the 50 I put into it myself, and I'm keeping the 100. So, double my money, and he makes money.
There you go.
No. So this week, we still have 14 games. We got 2 teams on bye. I don't know why it disappeared here. I had the bye weeks here.
Yeah, Bucks and Panthers.
Yeah, it was in here. How'd it go? Maybe I just accidentally deleted it because I'm a jack.
Magic.
Oh, no. Yeah, so Bucks and who?
Panthers.
Panthers.
Only 2. Last bye week of the year.
All right. So here we go. Let's get into it. We'll start off with our humble champ, Bobo T-Baggins. Saints at Falcons. This should be across the board. Well, maybe.
You need me to get old Dubzilla's picks up there?
I do, please.
Okay. Well, he took the Falcons. But I'm going to take this. This is a tough one. I mean, I don't think you can look at what the Falcons did to the Raiders, which absolutely blew the doors off them, which I don't think anyone saw happening.
No.
The Falcons are coming in their own. This is exactly what they did last year. Literally exactly the same. Last year they started like 2-8 and finished 7-9. This year,
now they're playing a lot better without their coach. Fired him, and it's a lot different.
Yeah, with Dan Quinn gone, they're doing a lot better. So this is a tough one. I mean, Taysom Hill and their defense destroyed them last time. I think the Falcons are a little bit better, but I still think the Saints defense is going to be a little too much for them. Too many people on that Falcons hype train, so I'm going to go Saints. Dub did take the Falcons, though, as I said.
I'm also going to, like you just said, I mean, it's not an easy game. Taysom's still starting, right? And coming along. I mean, it's almost a coin flip, but I'm going to still stick with the Saints. Barrett?
Yeah, give me the Saints.
All right. Cody?
No, I'm going to go Falcons.
Okay. Back to you, Cody. Lions at Bears.
Jesus.
Right.
Oh, my gosh. Good God. I'm going to go Lions. Just lesser of two evils.
Barrett?
I am going Chicago at home.
Bear, what did Dub take the Lions?
Of course.
God damn it. Are you going to make this easy on me? Or are you taking the Bears?
I'm taking the Bears.
Fuck. So
I'm sorry. Just because Darren Bevel is going to be the head coach and Patricia's gone, this is not the time to go play that. And I get it. Aaron Rodgers has torched the Bears, but Aaron Rodgers is 18,000 times better than Matt Stafford. And the Packers are 18,000 times better than the Lions. So I don't see shit here. I still think Trubisky comes out. I mean, he didn't look bad. He didn't look good, but he didn't look as bad as I thought he would against Green Bay. So I still think Trubisky can come out and win this game. And the Bears defense is decent.
yeah, I'm going to go with what you just said. That's good enough to sell me. All right, Browns and Titans.
Now, if the Lions were at home, I'd probably go Lions. But, I mean.
Yeah, they played earlier this year. It was in Detroit, and the Bears won, but it was week 1.
Yeah.
Back to you.
This could be a huge statement game for the Browns. They could go in coming off of a team that just whooped the shit out of Indy in Tennessee. I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a good game. I think that the Titans, though, are going to pull it out at the end. Probably game-winning field goal by Gostowski.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Titans for that reason. I said it, and I can't echo enough of what you said. that the Browns, this could be a statement game. Browns are pretty good this year. They're what, 8-3 right now?
Yeah.
Yep. And I think they're going to be 8-4 after this week. Titans look tough against the Colts in the last few games. They've really kind of taken a stronghold. I mean, what was weird was the Colts beat them by 17, and then they turn around and beat the Ravens in overtime, and then they kick the shit out of the Colts. So, beat them by 19. Yeah. It's crazy. I could see them meeting in the playoffs again. Because
the Browns, and the thing is, the Browns really haven't played well against good competition. They've done well against bad competition, but when they've played good competition, they haven't played well yet. I mean, the Steelers beat them up twice, the Ravens beat them up once, and they lost to the Raiders at home, and it was a win game, so you kind of take as is there. No one really knows what to think of the Raiders at all, but they've beaten bad teams and they've lost to good teams, and the Titans are a good team, so that's why I got to stick where we're sticking.
So the Browns 8-3, so they've lost to Steelers, Ravens, Raiders. Is that what you said?
They've lost to the Steelers twice. They have to have 4 losses. They got to be 8-4.
This is week 13, though. They've had to have had a bye week. You said, right?
They had a bye week. They did have a bye. I can't remember what week that was.
Yeah, I mean they had a bye, but I'm pretty sure
they lost to the Ravens in week 1. They lost to the Steelers 38-7. They've only played the Steelers once so far. Play them at the end of the year.
Okay. So I thought they played them twice. So yeah,
I did too.
Ravens, Steelers, Raiders. Yep. So they only have 3 losses. Okay.
No, the Steelers just whooped that ass that bad. It felt like 2 losses.
maybe that's why I thought that. Or the same with the Ravens. The Ravens whooped the shit out of them too, so that's why it felt like 2.
But here's the thing for the Browns. Even if they lose this week, they get the Ravens, which whatever. You actually have a shot now, and then you get the Giants, the Jets, and the Steelers again. So even if they go 2-3, they're finishing 10-6.
Yep, and I mean that's going to be a shot. And at the end of the year, it depends where they're at. But I mean, if Pittsburgh's 15-0 going into that game, is Pittsburgh going to rest guys, or are they going to try to go 16-0? They might have the number 1 seed wrapped up, but if Kansas City keeps winning, they might not.
It's the worst 11-0 team ever. It's crazy to me they're 11-0.
Hashtag COVID.
Yeah. And but the crazy thing is, man, Cleveland's got a 2-game lead on Baltimore. That's what's nuts.
And that's the big thing, if they lose this game but beat Baltimore next week, they're pretty much in the playoffs because they're not going to lose to the Jets. I'll tell you that. That'll be your
right
10
now.
wins.
This is what I love. Here's your playoffs right now as of after this week, if it ended this week. Pittsburgh gets the bye week. Kansas City would go play the Colts. The Colts would go play Kansas City. The Dolphins would go play the Titans, and the Browns would go play the Bills.
That would be some good games.
That's freaking insane.
Yeah. There'd be some really good games there.
That's just crazy to me.
Poor Phillip Rivers will get stomped out in Kansas City, but that's all right.
Again.
But then out in the NFC, though, this is where it gets weird because you have to move the Giants up to 4th, right?
Yep.
So you'd have Saints would get the bye. Cardinals would go play Seattle. Tampa would go play Green Bay, and the Rams would play the Giants.
Yeah, whoever that's what they say. So it'll be the number 1 seed, and whoever plays the NFC East gets. There's 2 bye weeks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Washington has the Steelers this week, then the Niners, then the Seahawks, then the Panthers, then the Eagles.
The sad thing is Dallas still has the easiest schedule coming down the stretch in that division,
which is stupid. And they're a game behind, and I'm like, they could still win the division, but they have to finish a game ahead of Washington at this point because Washington's won twice. It ain't happening, but. It's the Giants are probably winning that division. I mean, hell, even the Eagles still could.
No, Eagles play Packers this week, and I'm pretty sure Giants play Seattle. So I don't know about
Oh
all.
my God. And then the Giants get the Cardinals, the Browns, the Ravens, and the Cowboys. The Cowboys have a shot. That's the stupidest thing. Oh my God.
The Giants are leading now and could lose out. And oh, by the way, Daniel Jones is hurt, so Colt McCoy's quarterback. So take that as you will.
So
McCoy.
so the winner of that division is probably going to be 6-10 or 5-11.
It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited.
It's going to be great. All right, but I'm sure Brand put the Browns, right?
Yep.
All right, Titans for me. Parrot. You're on mute.
Did not realize I was on mute. I was talking like a dipshit. Give me Cleveland.
All right, down to you, Cody.
King Henry, MVP.
Thank you.
Absolute freak of nature.
All right, Cody.
Right.
Bengals at Dolphins.
Oh,
Dude, put it across the board.
Dolphins.
Put it across the board.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Dub's picking some stupid shit lately.
No, he took Dolphins. Yeah, he took Dolphins. Yeah, poor Cincinnati. At least they go get to play in some warm weather. It'll be good for them.
All right. Jags at Vikings, Bobo.
Vikings at home.
Dub.
They still got a shot. Vikings for dub as well.
Me as well. Parrot.
Give me the Vikes as well.
Cody.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings.
Cody. Raiders at Jets.
Oh, Raiders.
Raiders.
Raiders for me.
Yeah, Raiders and across the board. They
All right.
Paris 2 weeks in a row.
Back to you. Colts at Texans, excuse me.
I think it'll be a closer game, but I think the Colts will pull it out after getting embarrassed.
Dub.
He has the Colts as well.
I agree completely with you. It's going to be closer. I wouldn't be shocked if the Texans won, but I'm taking the Colts.
Yeah, give me Indianapolis.
Couldn't just say Colts. Had to go with a bigger word.
Yeah, more complicated.
Cody Bryant.
Texans.
All right. Cody Bryant, Rams at Cardinals. You just want me to put you in for the Cardinals?
You fucking right, you are. 2 weeks. Golf has not thrown a touchdown. 2 weeks. USC.
1 week.
USC Rams Reddit right now. All of a sudden, everybody wants to have their come to Jesus moment on Jared Goff. And I said this shit 3 years ago. You know, everybody wanted to look at me like I was crazy. And now all the chickens have come to roost. Stuck with a mediocre quarterback and a bunch of money tied up in them. And now the offense and team can't get any better.
I was so hoping that they would have pulled that game out. So hoping. They should have. They fucking blew it. They should have ended up winning.
But they didn't.
You know why? Because the quarterback ain't no good.
Yeah. Also, why the coach ain't no good, because the best running back on that team, Cam Akers, is touching the ball 9 times a game. There's your problem.
Yep.
But let's put was it Darrell Washington? Darrell Wood?
Yep.
What's his name? Yeah, let's let that trash bag run 11 times at 1.1 yard per carry. Good job, Sean McVay. Good job.
Yeah, the best Rams running back plays for Atlanta right now. They were scared of his. Well, they were afraid of arthritic knee.
Well, then if
he's doing
signed it, you guys would have paid him money. You would have been complaining about that too.
No, I never would said pay him money. It would have been worth paying him money.
No, look at Dallas paying for a running back. Not a good idea.
Nah, he gave up. I don't know what's going on with that dude. That's a whole nother thing. That's just different. I don't know what his problem is.
He plays for Dallas. He hates his
now all of a
coach.
sudden he can't. Yeah, he hates everything. He hates life right now. I think that's what it is. Like he realized what it's like
He
to
got
actually
that
play.
stupid feed me
Dallas
tattoo, and
Cowboys.
they're not feeding him.
Oh,
And
they feed him.
the
You
nose
see his
ring.
gut. You see the gut. He getting fed. It just ain't the football.
Oh
You
God.
realize he plays for the Cowboys post 1995.
Hey man, come on, man.
When did
Nobody's saying
what's
shit.
that? When did Jimmy Johnson leave?
94.
Fired 94. All right. Then Switzer
Or not, well,
won.
yeah,
Switzer
Switzer
won. That was
won
at 96.
with he won
Jimmy's
95
team.
Super Bowl
With Jimmy's
30.
team. Yeah.
Yeah, against the
Yeah.
Steelers.
He woke up one day and realized Jimmy Johnson was walking back through that door.
Hey man, it's okay. Can't be ragging on the 95 Cowboys.
I ain't ragging on the 95 Cowboys. I'm ragging on everything post 95.
Come on, man.
I mean,
Why
they
you ragging
did.
on him?
They did have Dave Campo go 5-11 for 3 straight years before they decided to fire him.
This is also true.
Dave Campbell.
Chan
It's
Gailey.
all about him, man.
Then they went into the old school. They're like, oh, let's go get Bill Parcells. He's only 80. He'll be
He's
all right.
only 80.
His offensive schemes weren't done in the 70s. It's okay.
Oh God, that's fantastic.
Let's get Jason Garrett and fucking clap and be a fucking pussy. That dude, Jason Garrett's like the boss you could walk all over and you can do anything and I can do a damn thing about it. That's Jason Garrett.
He's substitute teacher. That's what he is.
He'd push over.
Oh God. All right, Parrot, back to you. Rams at Cardinals.
Give me Arizona at home.
I'm taking them as well.
Dubzilla took the Rams.
Yourself?
I'm taking the Rams too. I'm staying on the train. I'm riding the train.
All right. Giants and Seahawks. We going across the board here.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And the next one too, we're just gonna keep picking against the NFC East. So Packers across the board too.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, this will be a fun one. Back to you, Bobo. Patriots at Chargers.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting, man. The Patriots defense is coming along. That's the only reason why they've come back to winning, because it's definitely not Cam Newton, because he's a hot piece of garbage. He threw another 2 interceptions and had a fumble and still pulled out a win against the Cardinals some miraculous way. Oh, that's right, because the defense shut down Kyler Murray.
They're gonna finish 11-5, right?
Yeah. So they're gonna scheme against Herbert and Allen, but having Eckler back, I mean, I think that's gonna help for the Chargers. So I think the Chargers are gonna pull this one out. I think Herbert's gonna overthrow Belichick. Herbert throws for 400 in this one. How about that?
So you're taking the Chargers?
Yeah, I can take Chargers. Dub.
I'm
He's
taking
got
the Chargers. Parrot.
Shit. Give me New England.
Cody.
Oh boy. Oh man. Herbert's man, he's offensive rookie of the year right now.
Uh-huh.
Now that Joe Burrow just got hurt. I'm gonna go Chargers.
I mean, it is a coin flip.
All right. We going across the board here with the Chiefs and the Broncos.
I
Yeah.
would hope so.
And football team and Steelers across the board.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Bills at Niners. Cody.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go Bills, man. 49ers defense, nobody's coming back yet. So
Yeah, give me the Bills as well.
Yeah, me too.
Then it's Bills across the board.
And then I assume Ravens across the board on that next one.
Nope. Dub took the Cowboys.
Shut up.
I'm dead serious.
The rest of us are taking the Ravens.
Hold on. When is this? Are they playing
Tuesday.
I'm gonna take the Cowboys
Why? Why are everyone taking Cowboys?
because I don't think Lamar Jackson's gonna be back.
Yeah, he is.
Neither are the 3 offensive linemen that they just quarantined
Lamar.
that couldn't play.
They said Lamar would have been back tomorrow if they would have played.
Oh well, I don't. Well, I don't think the 3 offensive linemen are gonna be back though by then.
I don't know if you've watched the Cowboys play, if you sat down on Thanksgiving, enjoyed it with your family, or suffered watching the Cowboys like I did.
Yeah, dude. I suffered
I
in
were
the pod
you-
room with my
If
projector.
I were you, I would think about that.
Yeah, but that's 3 offensive linemen.
Yeah, Dallas has like 4 that are out.
I mean,
Everybody's out for Dallas. Literally every. Their
Yeah.
the best offensive lineman on their team is out for the rest of the year probably, and their second best offensive lineman, who's trash, is out. It's not going to be pretty.
all right, man. I'm going Ravens.
The Ravens will have their entire offense besides those offensive linemen. That's it. Lamar, Dobbins, Ingram, Snead. He's nobody.
So if anything, yeah, I'd say, well, I wouldn't count Willie Snead.
I mean,
if anything, they'll run for 300 yards.
Oh, absolutely. If
So
I were
it
you,
won't
I'd take
be-
the Cowboys
hey,
to catch up.
hey.
But
Breaking news. Russell Westbrook traded to the Washington Wizards for John Wall.
what?
What?
So Wall wanted out of Washington. They sent him to Houston. Where Harden ain't even going to be.
Well, you never know.
Harden will be
Maybe
there.
he'll probably stay now.
Yeah, Harden will be there. Nobody's taking James Harden's contract, neither. And that was the thing, dude. That's basically a contract for a contract. Because John
Yeah.
Wall is making a pretty penny too.
And
That's
a
like the
first-round
only.
pick.
Yeah, like that's about the only place that either one of those two
Wow.
could go.
Houston made out on that one. John Wall and a first rounder. I mean,
Yeah.
Russell's good for Washington, but fuck, I'd take John Wall and a first rounder.
Yeah, well, I mean, hell, they're both injury. They both come off of major injury, so I mean, John Wall's a better shooter. Yeah.
Tell you what,
And younger.
It's gonna be
So-
weird seeing Westbrook and Beal in the backcourt together.
That might actually be a good fit.
Barry, you know what? One good thing that I've taken out of this season is that for Dallas, I want to go back to Dallas real quick, is that Donovan Wilson is showing why he's the fucking man and should be the safety. He's been like the one positive in Dallas.
I mean, he's been hitting dudes, but he still gets burned a little bit. You got
He
some work
does.
to do.
He does, but you know what? For a guy coming in that we didn't think would be nobody thought he'd be the fucking safety. I can tell you that. But you know,
Yeah, not starter.
with
But that's what all these opportunities are made of. In the NFL, if someone gets hurt, your opportunity is to step up and be better than the guy that was in front of you, no matter who that guy is. No matter who.
right, and he's still young, man. He's only 2 years in. He's 25. You know, out of A&M. It's only his second year. I mean, I think we'll be all right with him. Keep molding him. Show him how to not get burnt.
They just need to get that top 5 draft pick, get a good, strong defensive player, and then come back around, get some offensive line, get another defensive player, some more offensive line, another defensive player, some more offensive line. That's all they need. They don't need anything else. They don't need a running back. They don't need wide receivers. They don't need a quarterback. They need offensive line and they need defense. That's all they should draft. Nothing else.
That sounds like Cincinnati.
If fucking Jerry Jones drafts anybody else that's out of that, then I'll buy the team.
Right. All right. So
Just need someone to spot me about $10 billion.
right. So let's talk real quick about the
Jerry Jones.
on Triller, the fights. First off, the greatest thing that could have happened is Lil Wayne canceling his appearance to be the headliner, quote unquote, and Snoop Dogg filling in, sang all his old classics, sang Gin and Juice and smoked a fucking doobie, smoked a blunt in the fucking Staples Center singing Gin and Juice.
The entire time.
And no, he did that on a whim. Same day, like came in to do that and did the song, and his commentating was fucking great.
Dude, it's Snoop. I mean, I expected nothing less from that. I was absolutely entertained by Snoop. If there was a way that they could do like the NBA, but on like HBO or some shit, like, and have alternating commentary, yeah, put Snoop in there. That would get more hits than ESPN ever would.
Only thing I want to know is what the hell happened between Sugar Ray Leonard and Mauro Ranallo? Because it seemed like Sugar Ray was ready to beat the brakes off of Mauro Ranallo.
Yeah, I didn't feel that.
I think so.
It just seemed like he was, every time Ranallo said something about fighting, like Sugar Ray said, "Am I fighting you?"
Oh, he would beat his ass? Yeah, am I fighting you? Well, I think he's just like, because he knows he could beat Mauro.
I'm thinking like, dude, what the hell?
I don't know. Maybe Sugar Ray, that brain is starting to go a little bit.
But some of the,
must have said something.
But some of the shit Snoop said.
Probably his hair. Did you see Mauro's hair? Oh my god.
Yeah, long as shit.
It's creepy.
But some of the shit Snoop said, like when he was talking about Jones and Tyson, this is like two of my uncles fighting at a barbecue. Or when he said, "It's okay, that didn't hurt him. He's from the hood. He'll get up. He's from the hood." Talking about Nate Robinson, and oh my god, Jake Paul hit him with the same punch 3 times, and we're like, "Hey man, Nate Robinson's still laying there. He's still dead."
Twitter, that might have been my favorite. That like 10 minutes of after Nate got knocked out might have been, I mean, literally every
All
person.
the memes.
Oh my god, just ragging on. They're like, "Oh, Nate, you can't even come back from that." And then everyone just talking about just how he just is like, "Man, you just probably should have stuck with the NBA there. Probably should have done that." And then they had some of the truthers who came back and said, "No, he only had a little bit of time to train." I'm like, hey, Nate Robinson called him out. That's his own goddamn problem. Don't call people out if you're not ready to fight. Simple as that. Simple as that.
Here's what somebody commented, and Snoop shared it. Here's who won tonight. Snoop Dogg, hands down. Someone signed Snoop Dogg to a multi-year contract. He's a natural commentator. He's Barkley on steroids. He's hilarious. 3 years, $15 million. We'll make that call.
Yeah, Snoop ain't working for no $15 million.
Oh God. So he dumped, what did he dump? He dumped $10 million into Triller because he's got involvement in that, and that's probably why he was called up to come do that shit. And anything that happens on Triller, he'll be there. He'll be doing that.
Yeah, let's see. Snoop's worth $152 million. He ain't working for $15 million. I'll tell you that right now.
I'll say, yeah.
I mean, if it's easy shit like that, do one boxing match every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks. Stupid shit like that. But did you see the shit that cracked me up the most was with Tyson and Roy Jones, man, was just like Tyson. We knew it was an exhibition, and we knew the judges were going to call it a draw. It didn't look that way at first. I'm like, oh, maybe they're going to give it to him. And then it went to some bullshit. And then Tyson was like legitimately pissed that he got a draw. And then at the end, he was like, fine,
beat
whatever.
The shit out of him.
Oh, dude,
he beat the shit out of Roy Jones Jr. And they called it a draw. I'm like, you can't.
This cracked me up. It says, Mike, let's go. Or Mike saying, let's go again. Roy's face. Him crying. His tears.
Roy don't want that
Let's do it again.
He realized, he's like, shit, man. He goes, I haven't boxed in 2 years. Tyson hasn't fought in 15. That man still whooped my ass.
Tyson mentioned that too.
Said. Roy said he still hit hard.
Yeah, he said, I'm hurting. He hits hard.
Yeah.
There was a couple times where Tyson came in with that left, and I thought Roy's head was going off his body. I was like, shit. Trust me. And did you see who posted some shit 2 days later? I think it was maybe it was Monday. Oh, Evander Holyfield.
Really?
Posted himself in the gym. Said he's ready to box. I was like, come on, man. Give me Tyson and Holyfield. Give me Tyson and Holyfield.
Shut up, Cody.
This was good enough. No, this was good enough.
I enjoyed watching 53-year-old Tyson.
This was so
He said he was high as shit during the fights.
Yeah, I believe it. That's the only thing that kept Roy Jones from getting knocked out.
It was Tyson.
No, Tyson was.
Tyson being high. No, I'm saying Tyson being high.
Killed.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the only thing that saved Roy Jones Jr.
Oh, he was gassed after each round. It was crazy.
When Mike came into the ring and he was wearing the old school black shorts, I was like, oh boy. I'm like, Roy's about to die. He's gonna die. That was yeah. It was fun.
I love that they said he's like, asked Roy, do you think you were gonna get hurt? And he's like, Tyson, nobody care about me. Hey, what about my ass? You hadn't fought in 3 years. I haven't fought in 15.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about my ass.
The only thing that sucked is them having 4 fights because after Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson, they had the worst. It was so boring them killing time going to the next fight. Like that was rough. Trying to get Tyson and Jones, like that was bad.
Except Snoop did help. You know, I'm grateful that it wasn't Lil Wayne, it was Snoop because he was fun.
Well, that was fine, but even then they still killed time for 15 minutes. Then Snoop performed for 15 minutes, and like, then they finally all came out. And I was like, God, I was like, come on, man. I get it. You're on the West Coast, but God damn, it's 12:30.
Yeah.
We'll go to bed. I'm an old man.
Snoop's catalog ain't that big.
He's got about 1 million songs, but he played the 7 good ones.
No, I would say his catalog ain't that deep.
But he sang, what did he sing? He sang, Gin and Juice, of course. He sang some shit with him and Dre, him and M. So, but yeah.
Yeah, and then he did Drop It Like It's Hot.
Yeah, like I said, his catalog ain't that deep. He just did it. Like, is Doggy Style.
He was wearing the Doggy Style jacket. His album cover on the jacket, though. That was sweet.
Right. That's
cool.
his catalog. Like, Doggy Style.
I know.
Doggy Style, that's it.
His first 2 records off of Death Row. And then he's got maybe 2 after that. He's got maybe 1. No, that's not. I won't even say 1 when he's with No Limit.
He's got a few songs. I wouldn't even go albums after that.
He wouldn't even. Yeah, it's really not a few songs. You go through the whole thing. He's got some features. 3. Yeah.
Definitely some features. But yeah, nothing beats Doggy Style. That shit was great. That shit was classic. I love that album. Yeah, like one of my favorite songs on that. You'll appreciate it, Cody. Pump Pump. Some good shit. And funny story, Bear. Back in the day, so I was probably 13, 14 when I started listening to that. It was with my fantasy football partner, old John Walker.
Oh, Johnny Walker, Blue Label.
Black Label. He'll tell you he's Black Label.
Yeah, but he's classy, so I call him Blue Label.
Yeah, you're right. This is true. He's top notch. He's top shelf. And so at that time, he was like 30. You know, he's our age now.
I forget that he is that old sometimes.
But he's great, man. You've known Johnny now for what? 10 years?
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing fantasy football for a while.
Yeah, and then I got him in to partner with me because we shut down my league, and I was like, hey, if anything ever opens up, we can split. And that's the intent.
I think it might. I would I'd make sure Nate knows that because I have a feeling that Joe is going to be done after this year. He's kind of hinted towards that a couple times, so that'd be my guess.
Well, let me clear with John and make sure that's still the intent, that if that happens, and then we'll just have to – so if that's the case, I know we're on the air, one of us would just have to take over Joe's team, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you have anybody to keep on that team?
Yeah, he's got a good team. You got to make playoffs.
That's good.
Yeah. He won't. He kept Henry this year, so you can't keep him after that. But I tried so hard to get Henry. I tried so hard. I offered everything. He wouldn't give him up.
Right. So are we with that if they do split or whatever, we'll figure that out. I'll make sure. I'm going to clarify with Johnny. But right now, I mean, I think and I know and we all know the keeper for us is James Robinson because it's undrafted. It's absolutely the keeper. No questions.
Yeah, you have to.
Yep.
I mean, when you get talent like that, that's what I did with Aaron Jones 2 years ago. I mean, it's
right. And dude, I would we know Robinson's better than Gaskin, but Gaskin, man, if he didn't get hurt, he'd still be putting up points too.
Yeah.
He's the other one there.
Yeah, he's all right. Gaskin's all right.
He's not Robinson, but he's all right. All right, so let's but Tyson
who the hell is Jake Paul?
He's a YouTube. His brother's
YouTube
Logan
guy.
Paul, and he's the bigger YouTube star. Jake Paul's a YouTube guy and just kind of started into boxing. So now he's got 2 fights. I wouldn't even count Nate Robinson as a fight, but it is.
I don't know who he fought first, but
Just a
he did
YouTube. He's just a YouTube personality.
Oh,
Yeah,
so he's
one of those
nobody.
dudes. Yeah,
one of
exactly.
them. Okay, he's a simp. All right.
Yeah. And then, but
right.
Tyson did outland Roy Jones 67-37 and power punches 57-28. And then Mina Kimes, did you guys see that on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? They had the celebrity edition. Finally, a celebrity won the million for charity. It's that chef and the Mina Kimes that helped with the $1 million question, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah. David Chang, I think.
Yeah, David Chang. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
That was pretty neat.
Yeah, I watched that I think that was on Twitter. Someone posted that. I can't remember who, but that was pretty cool. She nailed it. $1 million in charity. First ever celebrity. So he was the first ever celebrity millionaire.
Yep.
No
Pretty
one.
awesome.
I think. Who was it? I think they said Norm Macdonald.
He got talked out of it, so he walked away. Yeah.
Walked away, and he was correct. He had the right answer.
He was right. Yeah, but
away.
but Regis talked him out of it.
He goes, Regis talked him out of it. It's like, oh.
That's
why
Regis.
Regis was the host. That's right.
He knew, like, hey, you sure about
Regis,
that?
Regis wasn't cutting them checks, man. It's ABC.
Right.
ABC was in his ear, though. You better talk his ass out of that correct answer.
Yeah. I say, look, Regis, just because we say we ask who wants to be a millionaire doesn't mean we want to make people millionaires. So
I'm surprised they didn't, because all that goes to charity anyway. So it's all just a big old tax write-off for ABC regardless. So you would think that they would have wanted the celebrities, not the actual people. They actually paid the money.
All right, what about let's wrap this thing up. So Miami quarterback Dan Marino breaks NFL single season touchdown pass record when he throws his 37th touchdown. Broke the record. What year? And he went on, he finished with 48. As we know, that stood for a while.
88.
Let's say 87.
89.
84.
That was his rookie year.
Yeah.
It was 82. I was going to say 84, but I thought that was his rookie year.
All right, Houston Rockets score 94-85 win over the Knicks at the Garden. 15 straight win to start the season. Tie the Washington Capitals all-time NBA record from 1948-1949. And then the streak ended the next game.
94.
97.
93.
Correct. 93. All right. And let's wrap this one up. Future. I don't like that one. After one of the best seasons in baseball history, St. Louis Cardinals utility Stan Musial is named NL MVP, led the league in batting average, 365, runs 135, RBIs 131, hits 230, doubles 46, triples 18, and slugging 702. Also had 39 home runs.
Who was that?
Stan Musial.
59.
48.
Parrot.
Sorry. Like, I didn't hear it. 46.
48 was correct. Beautiful job there, Burr. All right, let's get some birthdays here. Let's see if anybody's got some birthdays that's worth mentioning. Monica Seles, 47.
Wow.
Okay.
45 years old. I can't believe he's only 45. Mark Kotze. Jesus, really?
Kotze. Well, that's a blast from the past.
He's only 45. Happy 37th birthday to Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, it's today?
Yep.
Good for him.
All right. AA Ron.
Hey, Ron.
And then happy 28th birthday to the trash catcher for the New York Yankees, Gary Sanchez.
I mean, he all right.
He's garbage.
He all
You know how
right.
many
He can't throw
fucking
nobody
times he
out,
let
but he all right.
You know how many times he misses the goddamn balls that's coming to him?
Well, we all have our faults.
Yeah, you can't throw a guy out either. And he also strikes out all the time.
I mean,
Fuck him.
Can't win them all.
Right. I mean, he healthy.
Fuck him.
He shows up.
Thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thanks to All Wear Clothing. Thanks to Crandall's Quality Landscaping. Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com. Sorry, Sparty Steve, we didn't get you on the show. Maybe next time, next year, someday. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Later, nerds.
And Gary Sanchez ain't that bad.
Right. Give him some credit for attendance at least.